Hello, Carol. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I say things I'm like, what am I saying? But it is nice to meet you. I do consider this a little Shop LC family. So it is nice to meet everyone, our customers who return and hang out with us. There we go. We have Sam Lopez joining us. This is going to be a good Thursday afternoon. I can already feel it, you guys, because guess what? We have gorgeous, glorious gold. And I got to say, I pretty much have what's the word called? I'm partial to gold after going to Vicenza. It's kind of like the gold capital of Italy. So going to the gold show in Italy was pretty much changed my perspective on gold. I was like, dang, I really have a lot of respect for gold vendors, and we do have quite a bit of Italian gold in our lineup today. So we've got a mixture. We've got some non-Italian, some Italian, and you'll see the little intricacies and differences, and I'll be sure to show you those as well as we move through between American or Turkish gold, and then even gold products that we get from Mexico as well, and then Italian gold. And they're all gorgeous, but there's little intricacies that you'll notice between those different pieces. So something to keep in mind if you're just kind of dreaming of a piece of Italian gold. We're going to have some really nice pieces coming up for you. And I will tell you, our Italian gold is cheaper than you can even get it in Italy. It blows my mind every single time. I remember going to Italy thinking, not with Shop LC, but the second time I went there, thinking, oh, I'm going to get myself some nice gold because I was working here. We were selling so much Italian gold. I thought, I'll get myself Italian gold in Italy. And I was like, I will get myself Italian gold when I go back to Austin because it was so incredibly expensive to buy gold in Italy. So this is the place to get it. But we also have a piece from... It is very reminiscent of our Bali Legacy collection. We've got a beaded necklace that has been one of my favorites for a really long time. We've got a cross pendant that is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually sort of going to be, if y'all remember, it's our Mirage collection. So we have very few pieces from the Mirage collection still available here at Shop LC. So if you've loved that collection, this cross is going to be one of your last opportunities to get the Mirage collection. I actually don't know if we'll ever bring the Mirage collection back. That's one thing I can say. Well, I can say a lot of things, but I can always say for sure we do not typically redo the same designs multiple times. So it's typically a one and done. We'll do the design, and y'all, we have an extensive design team that is always working to make sure that we have new styles. So you might see, like in gemstone jewelry sometimes, a similar style in a different gemstone. But when it comes to gold pieces, it's very rare that you'll ever see the same item twice. And I can speak to that because there have been items that I wanted to get and I waited, and then they have never come back. And I'm like, oh man, I missed out on that. So if you love something, get it. Of course, things like a rope chain, a paper clip chain, you'll see those similar styles in and out. But when it comes to very distinct styles like that Mirage cross, we don't get those over and over again. So take advantage of the opportunities while you have them. Also, the specialty designs. We have the Rosetta here with us today. The Rosetta is actually a chain that we sold in our Live from Italy show. It's very intricate. I'll walk you through all of the details of that chain. It's super impressive. But let's talk real quick about the live stream. What is it? How do you shop? Maybe you are someone who's tuned in with us on our television broadcasting for years, and you're just now discovering, oh wait, we have a live stream? Yeah, we have a live stream, y'all. We're about 2.5, 3 years in on our live stream, and we have amped it up, y'all. We've got new lighting. We've got a new set. We've got new team members joining us here for the live stream. So it's a really fun place to be, and it is a very social atmosphere. I like to get the banter going. It's really easy to ask questions. Whenever we're on air on the TV side, we try really hard to check the emails and make sure we answer your questions. But oftentimes with the flow, with the speed, it's just not possible to get to all of y'all's questions. So this is a really great place because you can ask questions. If you want us to see like 2 items together, maybe you're saying, okay, I'm going to pick one chain today. Can you show me shop 2 and like shop 6 next to each other so I can choose? We can actually do that. We're not able to compare items on set because once we're done, they take it away. And then like we switch it in and out. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a really great place to shop if you like that customized experience, right? You can always call your personal shoppers, but if you want a custom experience, this is where you want to be. I can bring something back up and show it to you again. If you're like, ooh, can you layer that with another piece? I can see how that looks. We can do all of that. Super customizable to your shopping needs today. So that's a great thing about the live stream. There's also just some like genuine perks from shopping the live stream, right? We have a coupon code. It is live25. That's going to get you 25% off, you guys. 25% off everything that you see here. Pretty shocking, right? The idea that you can get 25% off on gold when gold prices are just kind of going up and up and up. They've been at all-time record highs in 2025. So this is definitely a time that you want to buy gold. For some of you, it might be a time where you feel like you haven't been able to purchase gold because of the pricing. And so we see a lot of people who actually discover Shop LC through gold. They're on the internet. They're searching for gold. They want a gold chain. Suddenly they're like, wait, what is this Shop LC company? Because their price is here and all the other vendors are up here. Who is Shop LC? What is Shop LC? And then they end up falling in love. You might be one of them. You came here for gold and you stuck around for all the incredible deals. There's your coupon code right there behind me. That's your Live25. If you're on your smartphone, I always say screenshot it so that you have it. I know it's not a hard coupon code, but hey, I forget even the simplest of things sometimes. So jot that down, whatever you want to do, but you have to input that coupon code when you check out. I always say that. I think some people are like, oh, it'll be automatically applied. No, if you want your total savings, the biggest savings you can get, input the coupon code before you check out. That will be how you get the additional 25% off, okay? So that is our coupon code. You're also going to get complimentary shipping on all orders $49.99 or more. So today, guess what? Free shipping on everything. Everything on our Gold Show will qualify you for complimentary shipping. And then also, you're going to have a 30-day joy guarantee. So get it home, try it on. Maybe you're finding us on social media right now and you're like, is this legit? Am I going to get this jewelry home and it's going to feel lightweight or it's going to be flimsy? You have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if for any reason you need to return a piece, guess what? You can. You've got 30 days of easy returns. You also have budget pay. So this kind of goes hand in hand with that 30-day joy guarantee. If you're testing us out, you're like, what is Shop LC all about? Let me test it. With budget pay, you have a portioned out payment plan. It's not a credit card. It's not a third party. There is no credit check. There is no interest. Zero fees. Zero fees with budget pay. Literally just portion out payments. As simple as if something were $100, you pay $20 plus tax today. And then over the next 4 months, 20, 20, 20, 20. So easy, you guys. I wish we could budget pay everything in life because pretty much most things you're going to have interest on, which just is a bummer, right? So that's kind of the lowdown. But real quick before we begin, how you shop. That's also really important, right? So you use the comment feature to shop. So you're not just commenting to chit chat, although I do encourage you comment, chit chat, say hello, but you're also using the comment feature to shop. So if you like something, you're going to comment, you see right here, shop 1, shop 2, whatever the item number is, it'll be dancing up in the top of the screen on most platforms. I will also do my best to make sure I mention the item number before we move on so that if you're interested, you can go ahead and comment so that even if you're not going to purchase it right now, although I do encourage you, get it while you can with the coupon code, you have it, you have the link, right? So you can go back and get it tomorrow even. The coupon code is good for 48 hours. So that's really great because you can even come back. Maybe you need to think about it tonight. Maybe you need to converse with your spouse. Like, can we make this work for the budget this month? So if that's the case, you can actually come back and purchase it tomorrow. Because what we do is when you comment, we don't instantly charge you. So don't get weary of that. I know some people are like, wait, what? When we do that is we're going to send you a link. So then you'll get a link to purchase. So it'll take you and then you can make your purchase. You can put in your coupon code, all of that right there on our website. So don't worry about are they going to instantly charge me? How do they have my information? What's going on? Is it through social media? There have definitely been things that I've clicked on and it's like, I guess it can charge you through your social media account. That is not the case here. So don't worry about that. It will be something where we send you the link and then you go and purchase it. And if you don't want to do that, guess what? You can still comment. And so you can get the link, but then you can call the personal shoppers. If you prefer to talk to someone and give them your card number, you can do that through the personal shoppers. So that will actually help you out. Also, they are I don't even like to call them personal shoppers. They are, but it's like a concierge service, you guys. It's like they're at your fingertips. If you want a matching piece, maybe you see something and you're like, ooh, do they have a rope chain bracelet that could go with this? That's what our personal shoppers can do. They can help you find corresponding pieces. They can place your order for you. If there's something that you're waiting to see if we get it in a different size, they can do all of that. And that's their number, 888-835-2237. So that is their number. And this is actually a designated line for our live stream personal shopper. So they're going to be in the know, right, about the coupon code, about what we're doing here in the live stream. Hello, Isaac. Good afternoon. Yes, I know I wasn't at the 10 a.m. They had to pull me over to cover for Miss Lolo on her shift. So we had to do some little flip-flops. But luckily Marva was able to cover the 2 to 4. So I could be here for the live stream with you guys this afternoon. So getting to do the best of both worlds today. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, a little bit of both over here. All right, so that's the lowdown. That's how you shop. It's pretty fun. So I hope y'all are getting excited. Get excited like I am. We are going to start with this dragon bracelet. Now this completely reminds me of something that we would see with our Bali Legacy collection. And I was actually kind of shocked to find that this is from our JCK show. So this is actually not a Shop LC piece. This is from our JCK show. This takes place in Vegas every year. It's a huge gold and jewelry show. We are always present there. And this dragon is so impressive, you guys. If y'all know of our Bali Legacy collection, you know of the intricacies, right? I mean, these are pieces that are handcrafted in Indonesia, and you're seeing that same craftsmanship in this dragon. So to open it, you're going to kind of push down on the horns of that dragon, slip that little, it's kind of like the little tail. It closes right on the tail. But I want you to see how fluid this is. See how it kind of moves like that? So super fluid, no kinks. And then you'll notice as well, look how detailed the scales are on that dragon, even his face. Everything is so detailed on this dragon. Now you are looking at 7 1/4 inch in length on that, which is pretty interesting. Oftentimes you'll see with a closeout, we have one size, and a lot of times it's a 7. So it's nice to see that that's a 7 1/4 because it's going to give us a lot of versatility. So if you are 6 1/2, guess what? I'm a 6 1/2. And look how beautifully that fits on the wrist. It's just got a little bit of drape. So that means it's just kind of sitting right there on the top of the hand. Just kind of draped right there over the top of the hand. Now, if you traditionally wear an 8 and you love this bracelet, give it a try. Right? It might just sit a little higher. It might be a little tighter. If you're not opposed to having something that just kind of sits perfectly in place, which I prefer sometimes with my jewelry, you kind of want different sizes, right? You want something that's going to drape, something that's going to sit higher. So then if you're layering these gold pieces, you have a lot of different options. So take a peek here at that on the wrist. I mean, that is a thick bracelet. Keep that in mind, however, as well, when you're shopping, because with a thicker bracelet like this, sometimes it can run a little bit small. So if you are an 8, I would just kind of think it through. I mean, you're going to have your return policy. So if you really love it, I would say get it, try it on. And if it doesn't work for you, no problem. You can return it. But it's better to get it than, think about it. You'll be thinking about it in a week and we might be sold out. Actually, considering we have, I think, 1 remaining, we're probably going to be sold out, actually. Whoever gets this last one is going to be really lucky. Let me show you one more time that closure. So you see you push down the little, I guess you call them horns on a dragon. You push those down and you'll see there's a little spike right there in the mouth of that dragon. And then on the tail, there's this little hole. So you put that right there. Boom. And that is locked in. Okay, so that is staying on the wrist. But this is just a fun, whimsical piece. It has so much character, right? That dragon, so much character, so much life in this bracelet. And that is really portrayed through the details of this. So that was an amazing JCK find. Not sure who found this or who discovered it. We're calling it a celebrity find. So I'm curious. It could have been Cheryl or Hunter or Heather. It could have been any of our hosts here at Shop LC. But do y'all want to hear like the craziest part about this bracelet? This is 20.9 grams of gold. over 20 grams of gold. It is done in 10 karat yellow gold, which I personally love for a bracelet. It's going to be the strongest, most durable when it comes to your gold carats. So the 10 karat gold is perfect for a bracelet because even if you were to, accidentally plop your hand on the desk, or you're walking out and you accidentally kind of hit your hand on the door, your bracelet is not malleable, bendable. It's going to be really, really sturdy and strong. Now, let's take a peek at these reviews because I've got to mention, you guys, this bracelet actually has a 5-star review across the board. Okay, so perfect ratings on this one. Jose A. wrote, beautiful bracelet, great craftsmanship. I'm telling y'all, that craftsmanship, perfection. Beverly said, love my dragon. This is like your little pet dragon right there on your wrist. Oh, I love this. This is when you know you got something good. When you have this happen, what I'm about to tell you. Samia wrote, can't stop staring. Yes. Y'all, that is how you feel when you have jewelry that you absolutely love. When I bought my Moissanite tennis bracelet here at Shop LC, I could not stop staring at it. I was wearing it. I was always looking down at my wrist. I still do that when I wear it. But when you find jewelry that you love, you can't stop staring at it. She said, I'm speechless with the craftsmanship and the beauty of this bracelet. I have no words to describe how phenomenal and well made this is. The quality is superb, and the yellow gold color is buttery and rich. Everybody is mesmerized by this bracelet. One of a kind for sure. I love that. That's coming from Samia. It definitely will be something mesmerizing. That's what I'm saying. It's got so much character and charm. It's a conversation piece, without a doubt. It's something that people are going to go, oh, where'd you get that? Tell me the story behind it, because it just has so much personality. Now, start price that y'all are seeing was $47.50. We've actually already marked that down. So we are starting out with a clearance price of $4,037.50. Wait. I'm putting in the original price, which y'all don't want me to do, right? You want to get the best price possible. We're going to bring you down. Whoa, wait, did I do this right? I've got to make sure I'm doing this right. That number seemed too good to be true. Y'all, we are bringing you down to $3,027. $3,027 for 20 grams of gold. That is absolutely incredible. You'll then have 5 budget pays, which brings us to $605. So if you want to get it home, maybe you are a little weary of the size, get it home for $605. Okay, $605. And then you can try it on. And if you love it, you keep paying that out over time. If not, you have 30 days of easy returns if it doesn't fit. You're going to love it. So that's not going to be the reason. It's just if it might be a little too tight. That would be my only concern, is just with the thickness. I remember probably during maybe my first clearance season here at Shop LC, I was doing a show and we had this really cute rose sterling silver bracelet, but the roses were really, really thick. And so my grandma, I was like, oh my gosh, you would totally love this. You should order it. She ordered it. Obviously during clearance, we don't have returns. So she ordered the rose bracelet and she loved it as well. She ordered it in her typical size, but because the roses were so thick, it fit pretty small. So she couldn't get it on her wrist. So I got to keep it, which was great. A little bonus for me, I got to have that rose bracelet. So ever since then, I've been really mindful. Now, this isn't clearance, so you're not stuck with it. So don't worry about that. But I've been really mindful of like, okay, if it's thicker, keep that in mind because that's going to change things a little bit. All right, friends, that will be shop 1. Okay, shop 1 for your dragon bracelet. Now we are going to get into a necklace that I love. This is our gold beaded necklace. Now we used to have a gold.
We do though, bring up our what do you call it? Thanksgiving sweepstakes.
Ooh, yes, and also our bonus bucks.
Yeah.
We've got so many things to talk about, you guys. This is like the holidays are heavy things to announce to you guys. We got all the deals.
We love having all those events here.
I know. We've got so much going on all at once too. So take a peek here. This is our Thanksgiving countdown sweepstakes. Y'all, we are 1 week away from Thanksgiving, and today we are giving away an iPhone 17 Pro in Cosmic Orange, which is pretty neat, you guys. That's over, oh my goodness, y'all, that's a 256 gigabyte. So if you have trouble with storage like I do, you need the 256 gigabyte. That's over $1,000 value, and you can enter every single day. There's a new prize. When you go to the website to enter, you can actually see the winners. So you could enter today and you can find out if you won tomorrow. That's my favorite thing about the sweepstakes is you enter today, you find out tomorrow. You're not waiting till Thanksgiving like, did I win? Did I win? You get to find out tomorrow. So that is really, really neat. We are also doing these golden tickets today. Yes, we're like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except we're Shop LC and the Jewelry Factory. And we're giving these golden tickets. So the more you spend today, the more you're actually going to save next time you shop with these golden tickets. So these are going to be little vouchers that you can use for your shopping experiences.
Customer appreciation.
Oh, we have them.
We do.
Thank you. So
Only for you, Lauren.
3 of them. Okay, earlier when we had them, we didn't have the bronze. We only had one of them. So y'all, look at these golden tickets. Well, we have bronze, silver, and gold. Thank you, John.
Of course.
These are the golden tickets. Okay, this is getting you extra savings at the Shop LC Jewelry Factory if you spend $50. No, that's not right. If you spend, I already forget the amount. I think it's up to $49.99. What was it up to $49.99? No,
I haven't.
It's something like that. And sorry, you guys, I should have remembered.
But it's such a great deal to have, the fact that
It's
we're able to
really
offer
great.
It's the best customer appreciation day of the entire year.
It is, and y'all get to use these for an entire month. So when you're doing your Christmas shopping in December, you get to use these. Y'all, the gold ticket is a $150 voucher. $150. So today's the day to do some big shopping because the more you spend, the more you're going to save. Thank you, John. So the bronze, there we go. It was $50 to $99. You'll get $20 off your next purchase. Then if you have $100 to $499, you're going to get $35 off your next purchase. And if you spend over $500, y'all, you're getting $150.
That's so good.
That's a huge savings, you guys. Spend $500, you're going to get $150 off. That's like basically making today's item $300. So I would definitely say if you've been waiting to purchase some of those higher priced items, do it today. Get your golden ticket, $150 off. That is a huge savings. This is, as John said, the biggest customer appreciation of the year. So get those golden tickets. It's perfect. We're in the middle of the gold show, so it all makes sense.
Gym Fest too.
Isaac knew. Isaac is like, if you spend this much, you get this much, this much, you get this much. I'm glad you know, Isaac. You stay in tune. Hello, John. Yes, John's getting shout outs.
Hey,
and
what's going on, Isaac?
we also have a Gym Fest coming up, you guys. That will be on December 19th. This is our first ever holiday time Gym Fest, so this is going to be really interesting. 12 to 4 p.m. It will be right here at our Shop LC studios. There will be free jewelry cleaning and repairs, on-site appraisals for $55. If you have any high-end pieces you've been waiting to have appraised, that's a really great deal. If you take it to a local jeweler, they'll likely charge more. And it's good to do it here because you're right here. You can see them appraising it. Hands-on interactive workshops. Those will be workshops for jewelry. I'm sure Cheryl will do some kind of gem crystal workshop. And then, of course, gifts, prizes, yummy treats, and snacks. So make sure if you're in the Texas area, Austin area, you attend. If you are wanting to do a little Christmas getaway, right? Maybe you want to do a little Texas holiday getaway. You could come to Gym Fest. You could take it in, go down to Waco, and go to Magnolia, right? They've got a really beautiful Christmas setup. There's lots of things in Austin to see around Christmas time. Yeah, you've got Mozart's. There we go. Mozart's. They do the Christmas show. I mean, there's so many things. So if you wanted to do a trip down and come to Gym Fest, you could do like a whole Christmas extravaganza. It would be so much fun, you guys. Alrighty. Now, that I think covers it with all of our exciting news. I mean, it's so fun, right? We've got Gym Fest. We've got coupons. We've got so many exciting things. And we've got the sweepstakes. It's like 3 really exciting things to share with you guys. Now, we are going to get into the beaded necklace that I love so much. We used to have a bracelet. And I was selling this one, actually, I think it was with Cheryl at one point. So you've got this gold beaded necklace. So you've got gold beads, you guys, moving all the way around your neckline. Lobster claw closure there on the back. This is going to be 18 inches on the neckline. But what I want to tell you is this is even more gram weight, y'all. 21 grams of gold. It's when we get into these high gram weights that I'm just in complete shock because the pricing does not add up to what you would think for the gram weight that you're getting. So I'm going to put this onto the neckline. If you like very traditional or conservative jewelry, I think you'll love this. It almost reminds me of the combination of like a gold chain and then a pearl necklace, right? You're getting the best of both worlds. It's very, very classy, very elegant. I think during our gold smackdown, I had this one. I was like, I look like I could be a first lady in this. And I think everyone was like thinking, okay, Lauren, I don't know who you think you are, but sure, okay, you could be a first lady in that necklace. But it just has that elevated appearance, right? It's so classy. There's an element of elegance to the way these gold beads are placed. It truly is like the combination of that pearl necklace look, which pearl necklace, right? It's the ultimate timeless, classy. You just imagine someone, a lovely fitted dress, a blazer and a skirt with their pearls. It gives off that very elegant kind of high-end look, and you're getting the same thing.
Jackie Kennedy.
Yes. Okay. See, that's where I was coming from when I'm like, I could be a first lady in this, and everyone was like, crickets. Like that's a very weird thing to say, but it is very Jackie Kennedy with the pearls. And so when I see this, that's what I think of. DJ, why are you creeping in the corner like that?
Water or no? Let's talk about it.
Oh, is that for me?
No, it's for me. That's what I was asking. As soon as I came here, I was like, oh, I should probably ask you how much water.
Sure, thank you. DJ's just standing in the corner. I was like, why are you staring at me like that? You don't normally do that. What's going on right now? But that was very nice of DJ to bring me some water. Y'all, I'm having some issues with the roof of my mouth, so that's why DJ was offering that.
Such a kind young man.
I know. DJ, he comes in with his and he's like, I forgot. I should probably ask you. Thank you. So 18 inches, 21 grams. Again, this was done in 10 karat yellow gold. So it's going to be nice and durable. And your price is not what you're seeing on the screen. But I want to mention, when we're at 18 inches, this is going to be a really great length for anyone who wears more conservative necklines. So if you don't wear, you don't typically wear very low cut blouses, 18 inches is great because you're always going to be able to see your pieces. There's certain items. I think it was a 20 or a 24 inch that actually, again, my grandmother during one of our clearance sales had ordered it. I think it came with 2. And I wear it when I'm wearing like a turtleneck or something, or I can layer it. But if I'm wearing a higher up neckline, it kind of dips into the blouse. So it's great to think about those lengths when you're considering, what kind of length to go with. Consider what clothing do you wear, right? Do you wear V-necks a lot? Do you wear scoop necks? If you wear turtlenecks, then you can get away with any of the gold. It's going to look gorgeous. It just kind of depends on what type of clothing you wear. Thanks, DJ. That was so sweet of you. Very sweet of you, DJ. All right. So consider that as we go through, because we're going to have a lot of different lengths. This one's 18. Our next is going to be 24. We've got 26. We've got 20. Like, we are all over the map. We even have a 22 inch, y'all. So we literally have a chain length for everyone today. So keep that in mind when you're shopping, is what length, right, is going to be comfortable for you. What length is going to be good for the type of clothing that you wear, the type of fashion that you wear. And of course, if you already have a very extensive gold collection, start letting the wheels turn a little bit about what lengths would be good to layer with the gold that I already have, right? Like if you already have an 18 and a 20, well, maybe it's time to get a 22. So you have that third layer of gold on the neckline. We have a couple of things here. Isaac, you know what? Waco has had they've reimagined a Waco, okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, it was originally known for, their huge cult situation. But now, you think Waco, you think Magnolia. So they have completely turned Waco into a hot spot. And I love it. I love going to visit a day trip in Waco. It's so sweet. There's so many cute things to do. Cute boutiques, great restaurants. I don't know. I just love Texas, y'all. So that's all how I feel about that. Isaac, that seems like a horrible combination right there. I would be terrified to do that. Actually, I did take, not today or even last night, but the last time I took the pain medication I got for this, I had like the sleep paralysis thing. I don't even know if it was associated with it, but now I'm too afraid to take it. So I'm sticking to Advil.
Just say the Lord's Prayer before you go to sleep.
And you won't get sleep paralysis? Yeah. That terrified me.
Yeah.
And
we'll talk more about it.
Okay, that was very scary. All right, you guys. So your start price is not $47.59. Okay, that was the start price. Yours is coming down again. So we're actually bringing this down just like with the bracelet. Your start price is $40.46. So $4,046. And then we're taking the coupon code off of that. We're bringing you down under $4,000. We're bringing you down, my goodness, we're taking off over $1,000, you guys. Your new start price is $3,034. For even more gram weight, 21 grams of gold in this gorgeous beaded styling. And we don't have anything else like this in the entire show. This is the only beaded piece. And quite honestly, there's not a ton of beaded gold jewelry out there. So you're going to see quite a few rope chains in our show, but beaded gold is something so special. And it has a really fashion forward look to it as well. So if you love the fashion forward look, you will absolutely love this beaded jewelry. And your price point, $3,034. 5 budget pays on that. So that budget pay will be $606. Easy breezy right there. So get it home, see if you love it. This is one of my favorite gold pieces we've had lately, and we are pretty limited in stock. It looks like we have 2 currently remaining. So if you are interested, go ahead and comment shop 2. Okay, shop 2 for the gold beaded necklace. Very special opportunity there, you guys, because we do not see gold beads very often. I know, Isaac. He's like, I left 20 comments and he only read 1. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to put them all into
we're behind,
order
Isaac,
in my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing this one and then I'm seeing that one, so I'm trying to keep up with them. I'm rolling them about.
We're 30 minutes in and we've only got one product
in order. So that will be shop 2. All right, shop 2 for your gold beaded necklace. And we're about to get into actually a very substantial rope. So if you are looking for a classic, I know the beaded jewelry, or the beaded necklace might not be for everyone, right? It's a little bit more of like a particular style that would really look for. But the rope, y'all, this is a classic. Isaac, don't go. Don't leave. No, we're not kicking you out. Don't go anywhere, please. Stick around. Come on. You can't leave me here. Okay. 24 inches, y'all. Look at the way this sparkles. So something that I always mention is not all rope chains are created equal, okay? There are rope chains that have such a crazy sparkle factor, and then there are rope chains that are a little more toned down, and that is totally fine. It's personal preference. But look at the way the light hits that rope chain. It also has a very buttery yellow color tone, which being 10 karat gold, you're sometimes going to see a softer color tone. So this is definitely a special look on this rope chain. And y'all, 7 millimeters. Okay, 7 millimeters on your rope chain. So that is a very thick rope chain, 24 inches, 19 grams of gold. And you'll see here, you always want to look, if y'all are shopping for that 10 karat gold stamp or whatever it is, 22, 18, look for the stamp. If you're shopping anywhere other than Shop LC, you want to make sure you're getting genuine gold, right? So let's get this onto the neckline. This is a great layering piece. If you already have some gold chains, maybe you have a 20 inch and you want something to layer with it. Now remember, we're going to get into a 22 inch later, so I can actually layer those up for you guys. Look at that. Look at the length on that. Now, being that it's 2 things. 1, it's a little bit thicker, right? 7 millimeters, but it's also longer, 24 inches. So since you have that combined extra length and extra thickness here on your chain, this is a really great chain for the gentleman in your life as well. I know some gentlemen can wear a 20 inch, some it's way too tight. Like Hunter, he puts on a 20 inch and he feels like it's just a little too constricting. And so it depends on the gentleman out there. But this is going to be one of those chains that could completely be unisex. Anyone could wear this. And I just love the light. Like with the slightest movement, you really see how the light reflects off of that chain. And you're getting a big gram weight too. So it's going to have a nice heft to it. You feel it on the neckline. Not overly heavy, right? It's not like you're falling forward or anything like that. But it's got a nice like prominence to it. And you want that when you're looking at gold. So start price on this is going to be at $4,300. Now remember, you guys, 24 inches. That's 2 feet of gold. So this is literally gold by the foot, okay? 2 feet of gold in this chain, and it's 7 millimeters. I do believe that is the thickest of the gold chains that we have today. I'll just do a little scan. Yes, this is going to be the thickest. So if you want something that is bold gold, Done. This is your bold gold right here, right now. And this is the look that you want to achieve with bold gold. It's a rope, so it is a classic. We'll never go out of style. Rope looks good on anyone. A rope can be for the ladies, can also be for the gentlemen, right? There are some chains that are very feminine, right? The beaded, that was more feminine. The Rosetta is more feminine. But the ropes are completely universal. They will look amazing on anyone. Price point is starting at $4,300, as I mentioned. But we're going to include that coupon code, which brings you down to $3,225. So we're taking about $1,000 off, $3,225. And then, of course, you've got 5 budget payments to go with that. $645. $645 on your budget pay. So pretty much everything we've seen today so far, you guys, has been around $600 to get it home. And so that's like, I love how Steve Cardone says it. He says that's your try-on price. Get it home, try it on, fall in love with it. I know that it can be quite difficult to shop through social media, to shop online, right? I look at outfits sometimes and I'm like, man, I really want to get that. But if there's not a good return policy, I'm a little too nervous to get it because I don't know if it's going to fit right, you know, and then it's like, well, if I'm stuck with it, it's a waste of money. But that's why I love our return policy, is it gives you the comfort of knowing if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you have 30 days. Isaac, bye. Please do try to stop back by later. I always love having you in here, chit-chatting with you, but please do try to stop back by. Oh, you're hilarious. Isaac, the mail order bride was $600. I don't think that's the going rate, Isaac. I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think so. You honestly can't get much out there for $600 all day. I forget what it was we were saying earlier. It was $600. I don't know. There you go. Big lobster claw closure on that, so it is nice and easy to put on. For a lot of you, can actually fit a 24-inch right over the head as well. So $645 on your budget pay. This one will be shop 3. This is probably one of the most universal pieces of the show as far as anyone can wear it. You can style it a lot of different ways with the prominence. I wonder if you could even kind of do a little knot if you wanted to, or put a little kind of something there, like a little twist to give it that more fashion forward look to it. That's the great thing about ropes, though, is you can really get creative. And I have a feeling I'll definitely be layering this with some different lengths throughout the show. But 24 inches. This is not the longest chain of the show, but this is the thickest chain of the show. So if you want something that's going to really be substantial and noticeable, again, look at how the light is reflecting off of that chain. Slightest bit of movement, and it has a really nice mirrored-like surface. So this one isn't sparkling like diamond cutting. This one is because of that 7mm. You have the actual flat mirrored-like surfaces, and that's what reflects light so well. So some chains sparkle really well because there's diamond cutting. So that's going to allow the light to kind of bounce off. Other chains have these reflective properties because they are thicker. So there's actually flat surfaces that have mirrored-like finishes. So that's the two kind of differentiating factors when you look at a rope chain of what makes it sparkle and shine. Is it giving off light? Is it diamond cut? This is that it's 7mm. So these sections here on your rope are so prominent that it's reflecting light just absolutely beautifully. Okay, shop 3 right here on your rope chain. Man, I love the thickness on that. It's so noticeable, right? You want something, if you're going to spend over $3,000 on gold, you want it to be noticeable, right? You want people to go, wow, she's got a really nice gold chain over there. Like, have you seen her gold? Okay, she got a raise at work this quarter or something like that. All right, friends, shop 3 for your rope chain. 24 inches, that is the thickest of the ropes. But next up, we're getting into the longest of the ropes. So this next one coming up is actually going to be 26 inches on the neckline. It's a little bit thinner, though. So this will be 26 inches. Let me see if I can measure out those millimeters for you guys. Nice butteriness to this one as well. This is going to be, this one is going to be 3 millimeter. So this will be a 3mm chain, but it's at 24 inches. So this one can, no, 26. This one can literally go around the head. You just pull it right over your head there. Okay, 26 inches. Look at that. Look at the length. You are getting over 3 feet of gold. Styled into your rope chain. This one is going to include 17 grams of gold. And it has a 5-star rating across the board. I encourage you guys, anytime you're on the fence about something, go look at the reviews. Because we will oftentimes have the most incredible customer reviews, and I love it. I love that our customers are so happy with their purchases. They actually take the time to go leave the positive reviews, right? Because a lot of people will spend a little more time on the negative reviews, and the positive reviews kind of go unspoken. So I love our customers for taking the time to do that. Now, this length is not going to be for everybody, but this is a great layering length, okay? So if you are a gold chain collector and you already have a few different rope chains, you have a few different lengths, maybe you don't even have, maybe it's not even a rope chain, maybe you just have like a paper clip that's at 20 and you're like, you know what, I want to get really creative with my gold. I want to start styling this different. I want to start mixing and matching things. This is a great way to do that. 26 inches gives you so much space here at the top of the neckline to layer in different pieces. So maybe it's a pendant on a more traditional chain and then another chain. Maybe it's 2 additional rope chains. There are so many directions that you could take something like this to mix and match. So this is actually going to be one of the final pieces of our show, but I'm just going to show you how great this would look if you layer these up. That's the beauty of gold, you guys, is you can layer up all of your pieces and have so much fun with your gold, right? So it's one of those collections that you just build, but you wear all your pieces together. And I know sometimes with gemstone jewelry, okay, I've got 3 pieces on, and that looks so stunning, you guys. I've got the rope, I've got the Mirage cross. This is going to be the Rolo at towards the end of the show. So literally, I've got 3 different looks on, and look how fun that is. With all different gold pieces, just mixed and matched together. You can even add more if you wanted to. A lot of times you will find me out and about with multiple, they're not gold, but they're gold over sterling silver. I'm not in the place yet, you guys, to be buying gold jewelry. Even with our incredible pricing, I'll get there one of these days. But I just love that look. And so I will always layer up different lengths of chains, even different styles of chains. I'll layer them up. And I feel like the more is merrier. When it gets to gold, you really can't go wrong mixing and matching. Even mixing like 10 karat gold with 14 karat with 18 karat, you cannot go wrong. So start price on this was $4,079. We're going to bring you down to $3,060. Okay, $3,060 again, going under $4,000 for 17 grams of gold. So we are on a roll with these just high gram weights, you guys. We have seen 17, 19, 21, 20, such high gram weights in gold. Now we're going to bring in a little something for everyone. So we will have slightly lower gram weights coming in as well. If you like a little bit more petite, dainty styling on your gold, we'll have those options for you. But again, I think this would be a really great piece for the gentleman out there as well, right? Maybe they're looking for the length, and maybe the other chain, the 7mm, was just a little too thick. Maybe they're like, whoa, that's taking bold gold a little too far for me. It all comes down to personal preference, and gold is one of those things that there's so many styles, right? You have different lengths. You have different thickness. You have different 10, 14. Like, I mean, there's so many different things that go into a gold chain that it really has to be what you personally love. So you might be going, oh, but the other one's more gram weight. Yeah, but is this what you're going to wear? Don't always go for like what's the highest gram weight. Go for what you're going to wear, what style you're going to wear, what length you're going to wear. Because for me, I'm looking at like my neckline. I could do an 18. It fits in the neckline. I could do the 26 and it hits my blouse. So there's 2 different lengths that I could wear, and either of them are dipping down into my blouse. So you can kind of go either way with that. So just kind of take notice of how your fashion sense, how you dress, and then let that guide what lengths you get in your chains. I'm going to take this one off and give you a close-up real quick so that you can see the light reflection on this one. Again, it has a very rich, buttery look to it. You got a slightly more petite lobster claw on this one, which isn't that big of a deal on a necklace because you can always twist it to the front. But here is the sparkle factor. So it is still reflecting light. It's still very buttery and rich. But I would say it reflects less light than the 7mm, and that is simply because the surface areas are smaller. So the gold surface areas are smaller than what we saw, obviously, on the 7mm chain. All right, friends, this one will be shop 4. All right, shop 4 for our 26-inch rope chain. That is so long. I can't even believe we have that. It's very rare to see a 26. 26 and 22, those we pretty much consider like custom lengths. So when you're looking at 26 or 22 inches, those are lengths that you're not often going to see in a jewelry store. A jewelry store is probably going to have 18 and 20, and probably 24. But 26 and 22, yeah, those are not lengths that we see often, okay? So now we are going to get into petite gold, but something different is happening, okay? So everything we've seen so far has been 10 karat gold. Now, I told y'all before, I absolutely love 10 karat gold. For me, it's 10 or 14. I can't go up from there because I will damage my jewelry. I've just come to learn this from experience, okay? But we're actually about to get into a 22 karat gold chain. So it's a little bit more petite, but it has more gold purity. So it's kind of like weighing out, what do you prefer when it comes to your gold? Now, think about that pie. I've kind of described this before. You have the pie and you cut it into 24 pieces. With this 22 karat gold chain, 22 of the pieces of your pie are gold. So you're looking at that pie and you're like, wow, majority of this pie is gold. And then 2 pieces of that pie are going to be metal alloys. That is going to be what kind of gives your gold some strength, so it's not too malleable and soft. It's going to give your gold a lot of strength. 20 inches on the neckline. You do have a nice little petite lobster claw closure right there. And this is a 2.2 millimeter rope. So slightly more petite than the rope chain we just had as far as the thickness there. But with 22 karat gold, y'all will notice right off the bat that it's going to have more of a bright yellow color tone. So we tend to call that a butteriness, right? So the 22 karat gold is going to have the most buttery look of your gold options, aside from 24 karat gold, which it's very rare to see 24 karat gold, right? There will be some pieces here and there, but it's going to be so malleable because of the purity that if you're wanting that high gold purity, 22 karat gold is the best option for you. And if you're like me, you're a little harder on jewelry. I feel like a chain you can get away with. Like a chain is pretty safe because it's on the neckline, so it's pretty much safe. A bracelet or a ring, that's where you're getting into kind of like could be dangerous territory there. But the chain itself, that one, you could get away with because you're not really messing with it. Now, given that it's a 2.2 millimeter, I would say if you wanted to use this as a pendant chain, you could. It would just depend, what is the bail like on that pendant, right? If it's a really large bail, I think you could absolutely get away with using this as a pendant chain. If it's a more petite bail, or if it's one of those pendants where the chain flows through the back of the pendant, I don't think it would work. So it just depends. Now, this is where things get a little bit, I don't want to say tricky or confusing, but things kind of alter a little bit. So you're looking at less gram weight, far less gram weight actually. You're looking at 4.65 grams, but you're looking at more gold purity. So you might be going, wait, how is it priced like this when it's such less gram weight? Well, less gram weight, higher purity. So that's where I was like, it's kind of one of those things. This is going to be where it really comes down to personal preference. What do you personally love? What speaks to you? What is your personal style? Do you want something buttery and rich? You want to be able to see that on the neckline, like it's just glowing, where someone instantly knows, oh yeah, that's 22 or 24 karat gold. Has to be, right? If that's what you're trying to achieve, and I'm just making a note for myself, if that's what you're trying to achieve, then you're good, right? Like you are in a really great place with 22 karat gold. It shows differently. It really does. And I'm gonna show y'all the difference. So there's your 22, right? Here's your 10. There is a distinct difference. So I'm not, just kind of boosting that up there. Like, oh yeah, 24 karat or 22 karat gold. Like, it's more yellow. It has more color to it. It's a noticeable differentiation. So if I weren't wearing these together, people might not notice. People might just look at a chain, and a gold chain is a gold chain to many people out there. But for our collectors out there, you might really want that purity. And I get that. And that's just where personal preference comes in. And I say that with all of our jewelry, right? Personal preference, that's a huge deal, is getting something that you love. And don't let what anyone else's opinion sway you. It doesn't matter if your best friend's like, oh my gosh, you've got to get 22 karat gold. Why would you get 18 karat gold? Why would you get 14 karat gold? Get 22. You want the purity. If you love a lighter look, get a lighter look. If you love a richer look, even if someone's like, yeah, but it's 22 karat gold, are you going to break it? Get what you love. When you love something, you take care of it well. That is a fact, you guys. Okay, so start price on this, we are at $21.80. $21.80 to start. We bring in that coupon code, and it brings you down to $16.35. So you guys, under $2,000. This is actually the first item of the day to be under $2,000 at $16.35. And I love where this sits at 20 inches, honestly. I think it kind of falls perfectly on the neckline. And of course, you could always layer this one up with longer or shorter pieces as well. But this is giving you a little bit of everything, right?
I'd wear that.
This is great for anyone. It's like, it's not too long at 20 inches, not too short at 18. So you kind of want that medium length. But man, you are getting so much buttery richness. And then also, again, it's not too thin at 2.2, but it's, or too thick, but it's also not too thin. Because you'll notice we'll have, and we don't have any right now, but we'll have like 1 millimeter ropes that are quite petite. And I think they're great for layering. I think they're great for pendants. But if you want a standalone chain, 2.2 is kind of, I wouldn't go much smaller than at least 2 millimeters on a rope chain if you want it to be standalone without a pendant. You want to wear it all on its own. You want to go with something like a 2.2 millimeter rope that's going to give you kind of a little bit of everything. It's got the thickness, the length, and of course, it's 22 karat gold. So it has the purity. That is like, I want to say 94% pure gold. So you're getting major gold purity there. This one, I think, is our only 22 karat gold piece of the show. So if you are looking for 22 karat gold, I'm going to double check myself. Yes, this is our only 22 karat piece gold of the show. So if you're looking for 22 karat, this is the item. You're going to want to comment shop 5 for your 22 karat gold chain. Y'all, 22 karat gold for under $2,000. $16.35. I forgot to work out your budget pay. Let me do that for you real quick. $327 to get home 22 karat gold. And this one does have a bit of diamond cutting. So you might go, Lauren, wait, how is that sparkling so much? Obviously it has smaller surface areas. What's going on there? That is because of the diamond cutting. So with the diamond cutting, you're just going to get this incredible glistening effect. It's like the little stars in the night sky just kind of glistening through that chain. So that is all from diamond cutting in your 22 karat gold. This one right here will be shop 5. And this has 31 reviews, you guys. We've maintained over 4 stars at 31 reviews. That is a ton of reviews to maintain such a high star rating. Majority of the time when you get so many reviews, it's going to drag you down a little bit, right? That just, it tends to happen because there's always going to be the negative Nancy in the crowd that's like, something is wrong, right? Something's always wrong with the negative Nancy in the crowd. Elizabeth, I just love 22K. It is so bright. And y'all should put so in caps so you know she's serious about that. Della said, I absolutely love it. Put it away for a gift for one of my grandkids. It is beautiful. That's an exciting gift. Terry S. said, it was exactly as presented. The price was spot on. I was happy the clasp is good. A keeper for many years. You know, I'm so glad I read that review. And actually, we'll read this one too. Adrian wrote, beautiful and elegant 22 karat gold chain is luxurious. I love the link, the modern design, and the way the neckline sparkles. It really does sparkle like crazy. The price is excellent, and LC is my go-to choice for jewelry. Okay, it really is. It's a go-to choice for jewelry for a lot of people out there. But I love what Terry S. said. They said, a keeper for many years. This will be shot 5. Samaria Sam 88. Yes, we are live.
I think it's Samurai Sam.
Oh, Samurai. Okay. Thank you, TJ.
No problem.
I don't know where I got Samaria. Sorry. Samurai. Samurai Sam. Yes, we are live. But we also have playbacks and we're on multiple platforms. So wherever you might be tuning in from, people are tuning in from different platforms as well as our website.
This won't be a hoot to watch.
Yeah, Samurai. I like that. That was a good one. That's a good username. So what Terry said that caught my attention so much is that it's a keeper for many years, y'all. When you're purchasing your gold today, I know some of these price points you're going, okay, this is like a month of rent or a month of mortgage, right? So when you're seeing those numbers, think about the fact, though, that you're going to wear these gold chains not for a season, not for a year. You're going to be wearing these pieces 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, right? You never get rid of your gold. I mean, a great thing about gold is you could, right? If you were ever in a bind or a pinch, there's so many places where it's like, we buy gold. You see them all over town. So you could if you ever needed to, but you're going to wear your gold. It is wearable wealth. So you are going to wear your gold and enjoy your gold, not just for a season, but for years to come. So these are keepers for a lifetime, right? So you're purchasing something. A great way that, who was it that said it? I forget, Tony. He was saying it's moving your money into money, right? Like you're not just kind of tossing your money out. It's like when you buy a car, it instantly loses value. With gold retains its value. So you're just kind of moving your money from one form to another. Gold has been used as a commodity, as a way of trading, or as a source, like a form of money, for hundreds of thousands of years, right? We've heard about gold in history books and this and that. People coming to America, looking for gold.
Egyptians, the Sumerians, the
Grecians,
the Romans.
You always hear of gold. It's throughout history. It's throughout time. So gold's not going anywhere. So when you purchase these pieces today, don't be weary of the price point going, I don't know, like, am I going to get my money's worth? Oh, yes. You will get your money's worth and then some. Okay. All right. So that one is shop 5. Now we're actually going to get into a chain bracelet and talking about gold over time. Y'all, this is a Byzantine bracelet. A Byzantine is one of the oldest links known to man. Think about the Byzantine Empire, right? I mean, that is literally in the history books. And we have a Byzantine link bracelet. The Byzantine link is one of the most intricate designs in gold. You'll see this in necklaces. You'll see this in bracelets. Oh my goodness. Okay, loving this. Now, you've probably heard my story of my Byzantine. My grandmother actually bought me a sterling silver Byzantine, and it just wasn't really for me. She ended up keeping it for herself. Nothing against the Byzantine, but again, it's about personal preference. And for me, I don't know. I sometimes like a little bit simpler design. There's different things that I like, but my grandmother loved it, and she ended up keeping it. And it was a Byzantine. I remember her even telling me, she gave it to me. We were having dinner at Chili's, and she was like, "Oh, try this on. I got this." And I remember telling me this is one of the most ancient. It's one of the most ancient designs in chains. And it really is, you guys. And now this is going to be an Italian gold Byzantine, but you'll also see the Byzantine in some of our Bali Legacy pieces. It's got a different name. I believe it's the Tulong Naga in our Bali Legacy collection. This is going to get you 11 grams of gold. So I want you to see that on the wrist real quick. Look at how thick it is. Very thick on the wrist, and it is going to be 7.5 inches. So again, it's kind of that median length on the wrist. So if you traditionally wear a 6.5, you could absolutely fit this. Okay. 11.1 grams of gold. I'm going to look at the thickness. Just under 1/2 inch. So let's look at millimeters. I think that'll be easier. It's 1 centimeter. So that's 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters in thickness on this one. 7.5 grams. No, 7.5 inches in length. Okay. You've got a nice size lobster claw closure here on the back. But one thing I wanted to mention is this is a bit thicker of a chain. So since it is a bit thicker, it's going to fit a little bit smaller. So I typically wear 6.5. This to me fits like a 7.25. So just keep that in mind in your as you're shopping. If you wear a size 8, it might be quite tight or fitted on the wrist. So I would just say go with a size where you have a little more wiggle room. Or don't go with a bracelet where you might have a little more wiggle room, you guys, because that 7.5 is going to fit a little bit tighter because of the thickness of the bracelet itself. Now you're still getting some great gram weight. You're looking at 11.1 grams of gold, and that's a lot for a bracelet, right? But I want you to see how intricately woven a Byzantine is. Look at that link. Look at how intricate that is. Absolutely incredible. And that just speaks to kind of the history of this link, right? That it's so intricate in design. It's because it does have that ancient history and those ancient properties to it. Something that has been worn for hundreds, if not thousands of years actually, is the Byzantine link. Now, a lot of times with Byzantines, you might experience a Byzantine that's a little more cylinder-like. Now, this is 3-dimensional, but it's not cylinder-like. Like if you look at the Bali Legacy Byzantine, that's like the Tulong Naga, they're more rounded, so they're more cylinder-esque. This is actually more flat. So it's more flat to the wrist. And you can kind of see there on the side, it's flat. Okay. So it's going to fit really, really comfortably. I love that flat feeling on my wrist. I love that it fits flat to the skin. That's kind of always what I say about Cuban chains, is I love how flat they are to the skin. Curb links as well. That flat feeling. It's just a different level of comfort. And also it allows you to really feel and enjoy that gram weight that you're paying for, right? You're paying for the gram weight. So you want to actually be able to feel and enjoy the gram weight that you're getting in your gold. That is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Very fancy piece of gold. GJ, can we take a quick peek at that review? This does have a 5-star rating. We're going to take a peek at that review. And this is going to be Italian, you guys. So this will, if you're looking at Italian gold, you'll want to see the Italian stamp. George wrote, Byzantina Beauty. Oh, I love that. I didn't even realize we were calling it the Byzantina. I like that. That puts a very feminine twist to it. Truly a beautiful Italian gold designed bracelet with 11.1 grams of 10 karat boldness. Boldness, baby, yeah. Love this with matching necklace, a design statement that goes with any outfit. Thanks again, Team LC. Yeah, this is definitely one of those pieces that if you have a Byzantine chain, you could wear this and it's going to look so striking and so gorgeous. So I would definitely recommend going for this with if you already own and love a Byzantine necklace. Try the Byzantine bracelet out. Get it home. See how it looks with your Byzantine necklace, because I have a feeling you're going to be a big, big fan of that combination. And even if it's not the exact same, like even if it is more one of these cylinder-like and it's not as flat, that's okay. The links are still going to be similar. So you're still going to be able to wear these together. Even if it's not the flat kind, but it's more of a cylinder-like, you're still going to be able to wear these pieces together, okay? So price point on this, we are not keeping you at $26.70. No, no, no. We were actually already brought you down to $2,136. After your coupon code 1602, you guys, we're getting under $2,000 here on your Byzantine bracelet, okay? Under $2,000. So really incredible price point for what you're getting. You're getting 11 grams. You're getting Italian style gold. And I mentioned it before, but there's a difference when you get into Italian gold. There's an intricacy. There is a essence that comes with Italian gold. And it's just special, y'all. It's special. It's the craftsmanship. It's the history that goes into the making. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with this bracelet, an ancient style, artisan craftsmanship, and 11 grams of gold. 10 karat gold on the wrist. That's what you want, 10 or 14 in a bracelet, because again, that's going to give you the durability that you need. I would not go, personally, knowing myself, I wouldn't go any higher than 14 karat gold on the wrist because I would be a little bit concerned of breakage. All right, now let's get into our next piece, another JCK find. And this is actually going to be, dun, 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 this will be JCK find. And this again is it? Yeah, this is again Italian gold. So it's a JCK find, but it's from one of our Italian vendors that was at the JCK show. So 5.7 millimeters on your Grande Luce Oro chain. So this is going to be almost like a Rolo chain, but it has a hammered texture to it. So that hammered texture is going to give this chain a lot of character, a lot of style. Now this one is done in 10 karat yellow gold. And look at that mirrored effect. Look at that sparkle factor. 8.43 grams, 20 inches on the neckline, and you do have a lobster claw closure. Now if you're going, wait, how did she realize that that was Italian gold? Because she was just looking at something. I was looking at the brag tag, y'all. I love this. That's what Cheryl called it. Italian gold has this little brag tag. And that's where you have the stamp that says Italy. So you actually know you have a genuine Italian gold. How cool is that, right? So this is the Grande Luce Oro chain. Oro means gold. So the Grande Luce, I think it's Grand Light, potentially. Grand Light gold chain. And this really does reflect light, partially because of the hammered texturing, partially because we're looking at 5.7 millimeters. So again, when you get into higher millimeters, you're going to have larger surface areas for light to reflect from. So larger surface areas are going to give you more sparkle, more reflection of light, and that's going to make a huge difference when it comes to your jewelry. So 5.7 millimeters, that is substantial in size. Look at that. Really nice glisten. And this is one of those pieces it has a little more of a fashion presence on the neckline, right? So we're seeing more of that fashion element in this link. It's got more like a high-end fashion look. So there are staple pieces like rope chains, and then there are fashion pieces like this that have a little more of that design-inspired look to them. And this definitely has a design-inspired look. So 20 inches, lobster claw closure. You're getting 8.43 grams of gold. So we have a little bit less gram weight there, but we're getting more into style. So this is where there are different things. And you've got so many different factors. So we've got gram weight, right? We've got staples or classics or fashion. And then you have your gold, right? So is it going to be 10K, 14, 18, 22? I mean, there are all these different things to factor in. That's just 3 categories right there. Then we've got the length, right? Do you want something longer or shorter? So there's so many things to factor in when you're purchasing your gold jewelry. It's not one thing, right? It's not like, okay, that has the highest gram weight, I want it. It's, okay, you got to compare. Well, is the gram weight, but do I like the style? Is it the right length for me? Do I like 10 karat gold because of durability, or do I like 24 karat gold or 22 karat gold because I want the buttery richness? So all these different factors to think about when you're purchasing gold. And to me, what trumps all of that is, what do you like? What do you feel good in? What gives you confidence when you have it on the neckline? Is it a fashion piece? Is it a classic rope? Does having the buttery richness of 22 or 24 karat gold, is that what gives you the confidence? It has to be what makes you feel good. What makes you feel gorgeous or handsome, right, when you're wearing it. That should be the determining factor of what gold you're purchasing. All the other factors are great, and they're things to think about, right? Am I getting the value for my money? But the bottom line is, do you love it? Will you wear it? Okay? So your start price is not $2,040. We've actually already marked it down under $2,000, you guys. $1,734 is your start price. We're bringing you down to $1,300 even. That is absolutely incredible for this chain. I mean, the style that you're getting, the fashion forward aspect of this chain, and then we're going to add 5 budget payments. You're getting this home for $260. $260. I am in awe at this piece, and I know it's less gram weight than we've been seeing in some of the other pieces, but like I mentioned earlier, I do love those fashion pieces. I love pieces that look like they have this high-end designer element to them, and this definitely has that in my eyes. It has that high-end designer look and feel. So I'm going to slip this off, give you an up-close look one more time, because I want you to see that hammered texture. I think it's quite important. There's your lobster claw, okay? But again, look at your hammered texturing. That is incredible. And that is going to give you so much shine with that hammered texturing. All right, friends, shop 7, lucky number 7 for our Grand Luce Oro. Your Grand Light Gold with that chain. So that will be shop 7, lucky number 7. For our friends out there who maybe that's their lucky number. But coming up next, we are going to have the Rosetta. And I mentioned the Rosetta earlier. This is a very intricate link. And this is actually one of the chains that we sold on our Live from Italy show. So again, done in 10 karat gold. Lobster claw closure. I wanted to make sure I had it even. Look at that. Okay. So the Rosetta is going to be graduated. So basically a Rosetta link. Each link is like a twisted link of gold. So it forms this rounded, like, look of a rose, kind of, okay? So that's what you get. You kind of get this twisted, almost rounded look of a rose, and it goes all the way around the neckline. So you have this beautiful graduation where as you get to the base of the neckline, those little florets, those little roses, they actually get larger. So your largest Rosetta link will be right there at the base of the neckline. Done in 10 karat gold, so you are going to have that nice durability to it, wearability to it. You are getting 13 grams of gold on your Rosetta link. So it's a nice substantial look, right? It has a lot of prominence. It really fills in the entire neckline, right? Even at 18 inches. Some of you might be going, 18 inches seems so short, but it just, the presence of a Rosetta really fills in the neckline. Now we only have 5 of these remaining, and man, I should have been mentioning the quantity to you guys all along, because a lot of these pieces have had even less than 5 in quantity. So 5 remaining in the Rosetta chain, and y'all, you're getting 13 grams of gold. So that's a nice mix if you're wanting to check a lot of those boxes. I know we were just talking about what calls your name when it comes to gold. Is it the gram weight? Is it whether it's 10, 14, 18, 22? Is it the length? Is it the type of link? The Rosetta, I think I was with Sean and we were talking about it on one of our shows, and he was mentioning how, majority of gold jewelry can totally be unisex. And the rosetta could be, but it's pretty distinctly feminine, right? With that rose look. And also it's 18 inches. So it's going to be quite tight for some of the gentlemen out there, but it's just got this very feminine presence, right? This floral elegance to it. It's kind of got this soft, like you could have this and it could be passed down from generation to generation, from granddaughter to, or from grandmother to daughter to granddaughter. I mean, this is that kind of piece. It becomes a family heirloom style piece on the neckline. And it's just something so special. I love the rosetta. I love the intricacy of it, how each link is they're twisted together. And you see here, each rosetta has about 8 links together, but they're not just, so it's like 4 and 4. So like 4 fingers and 4 fingers. They're done like this, but then they're twisted to form that little ball, to form that little rose, like floret, I'm calling it. I'm totally just making that up for the rosetta, but it makes sense that it would be like a little floret, each little bud of a rose there on the neckline. And I'll show you a quick up close peek there of one of those links. See what I mean? So it's not just that you have those 8 links combined, it's that they're twisted to form that perfect little circular rose right there on the front. All right. This one, price point, we are starting at $21.80. Right there, $21.80 to start. We are then getting to $16.35. So under $2,000 for the Rosetta chain, you guys, $16.35 with 5 budget payments. That brings us to $327. When we look at this compared to a rope chain, and I'm not knocking a rope chain, but this is a very intricate style. So if you are already a gold collector and you have a gorgeous rope chain, I think a rope chain is always a great place to start for collectors. This is so different, so unique. This is not something you're going to see time and time again. It is very different. All right, friends, shop 8. Shop 8 for our Rosetta. Probably one of the most intricate, actually the most intricate, I would say, of our entire show, other than the Byzantine bracelet. So those two will be the most intricate pieces in the entire lineup on today's show. And of course, has a 5-star rating, because how could it not? It is a Rosetta chain. Again, something that holds a lot of prestige. It is Italian, so it's going to have the Italian intricacies with those links, okay? Italian intricacies, Italian charm, all brought in through that Rosetta chain. All right, that one is shop 8. Shop 8 for our Rosetta. Now we're going to get back into a rope chain, and I actually love this rope chain. It's going to kind of be a little combination of a lot of things that we saw earlier. So we are dipping in. Oh, is this what we're doing next?
Yeah, it should be number 9. Yeah, it should be the rope chain. Finally. Out there?
Yeah. Wait. Yes, it is. It is. Sorry. I was looking at it on the screen and I thought I was seeing something different than what I saw in front of me. Okay. 5mm. Thank you, DJ. You're like, it is. Like, is it? 5mm rope. So remember, we had a 7mm earlier and we had like a 2.2. So this is right there in the middle. So that's what I was saying. This is kind of going to bring in a lot of different things that we've seen in the show. And it's also 22 inches. So remember, also, we've had an 18-inch, and we've had a 24 and a 26. So this is right there in the middle. 5mm. It is done in 10-karat gold. And you will be getting 8.8 grams of gold on this rope, okay? Here's your lobster claw. Okay, so that's at 20 inches. No, 22 inches. Wow, that's a really nice length, you guys. Completely unisex there with the 22-inch option. It's going to give you extended length for extended wearability for the gentlemen or the ladies out there. And with this piece, it has that nice little sparkle factor to it, right? So again, you're seeing that radiation of light. And I just want to take a peek here. Yeah, again, we're not looking at something diamond cut. It's not diamond cut. It's the surface area that's giving you that gorgeous display of light. It is the surface area that is allowing that light to sparkle and shine. Okay, So start price on that is going to be $19.99. We're going to take you down to $1,500 right out the gate. So from $2,000 to $1,500. And then you've got 5 budget pays of $300 on each budget pay. Hi, Isaac. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning back in. Isaac, you're not off today, are you? Are you in between work? Are you going in later? Give us the lowdown, Isaac. Okay, so let's recap on this one, you guys. 5 millimeters on your rope chain, which is pretty substantial, right? So here was the 7 millimeter. And this one was, I think, longer. So, or no, this one might have been the same. But just to give you perspective. Yeah, it is. Okay, so there's the 7 and here's the 5. 7 and 5. So, yes, the 7 is big, bold gold. But the 5 is so substantial as well. And honestly, for some of you, the 7 might be too much. And so if that's what you were thinking, that 5, that's what I mean is it's right there in the middle of so many of these different pieces that we've had today. So it's kind of taking in a lot of those different elements and combining them into one piece. Oh, Isaac said, at work, wish you did the 10 a.m. instead. Oh, I'm sorry, Isaac. Well, pop in when you can. I hope you have a good day.
Isaac. I tried.
I know. They snatched me over. I don't know how that ended up over there because, I don't know. Marva did half of it. I don't know why we were half and half. But it is going to be really checking a lot of boxes. 8.8 grams. So you're getting substantial gram weight. It's not like a teeny tiny dainty chain. You're getting something substantial, but something very wearable too, right? I feel like that the 7 millimeter, it might be something that you end up kind of not wearing every single day because it is so bold, right? That 7 millimeter is so bold. And it's great, right? It's striking, but it's so bold, almost to the point where you're like, whoa, like that's a little too much for me. And so you might save that for a special occasion. You might not want to wear it every single day. The 5 millimeter, I feel like you could wear every single day, no problem, right? Like you're not going to have any issues wearing this over and over and over again. You could wear this dressed up. You could wear this dressed down. You're not going to be looking in the mirror going, I don't know. Is my chain a little too thick? Is it a little too big? Is it a little too bold? You're going to look in the mirror and think, okay, it works. It works with jeans and a t-shirt. It works with a cardigan and a camisole. It works with a nice like little black dress. You're going to be able to wear this 5 millimeter so frequently. And that's what I love so much about this. Because like I said before, right, you want your gold to be long time pieces. You want gold that you're going to wear year after year after year and then pass on to someone you love or sell if you ever need to sell it. You want gold that's going to have so much versatility. And so it depends on your style, but if you want kind of that middle of the line when it comes to gold, this is a really great option. And also given the fact that you're getting it for a $300 budget pay. Right? So that's huge, you guys. $300. That is such a sweet spot for your budget pay. All right. I'm going to slip this one off. That one will be shop 9. Okay. Shop 9 on our 10 karat 5 millimeter rope chain. And again, lobster claw closure on that one. Pretty much lobster claw on everything today. This one, yeah, pretty much everything. I was double checking on seeing if I remembered having anything other, but yeah, we are looking at lobster claws on every chain that we've seen so far in the lineup. I think only one later. No, that's a lobster claw too. What am I even talking about? Let's see. Any comments? I'm at work. We'll jump in and out. Tony just joined us. Hi, Tony. How are you? Tony said, hey, Lauren and everyone, good afternoon from Chicago, where it is cloudy, chilly, and around 50 today. Tony, I felt a little chill in the air when I was running out to my car to get my lunchbox, and I think it might be because some rain is coming in, so it's probably bringing in a little bit of a chill.
I'm ready for it.
I don't know, y'all. I do not like the cold at all. I don't think I'm ever ready for it. It can be like a white Christmas, and then that's about it. I'm like, no. But what else do you say here, Tony? This gold chain is the Goldilocks. Yes, that's a perfect way. It is the Goldilocks. Right in the middle. It's just right. Not too big, not too bold, just right. Absolutely. It is the Goldilocks of the chains. Isaac says he likes his chains thick. Well, Isaac, guess what? Shop 3 is for you because it's a 7mm. Okay? Our resident comedian there, Isaac. All right, now we are going to get into this mirrored oval link. So this is kind of like the Grande Luce Oro that we had, except for it's not textured. So it doesn't have the hammered texturing throughout. It's going to be a mirrored oval link. So it's similar, but without the texturing. So length on this is going to be 20 inches. Now you'll see you have your little brag tags. You know you're looking at Italian gold. You've got a lobster claw closure there on the back. And let me test this out to see if you're able to adjust the length. Some of these you can, some of them are a bit too thick. Yes, you can. Okay, so you can actually attach that lobster claw into any length that you would like. So it's 20 inches, but if you want to wear it at 18 one day, you can. 16 one day, you can do that. You can also do the Y design. Okay, a little bit flirty, a little bit fun there with the Y shape on the neckline. Now, slip this onto my neckline. So this one will be 10 karat yellow gold, 20 inches, and you're getting 5.34 grams. So again, this is moving into that fashion category. Like we saw with the Grande Luce Oro, is you're getting into fashion gold. So when we have a rope chain, classic gold, classic styling. When you have an oval link like this, it is a classic. It's not going anywhere, right? You'll see a oval link probably for years to come, but it's a little bit more fashion forward. So if you want something that's going to look trendy but be timeless, I would definitely say go with something like the oval link. Now, if you're making the decision here between the oval and the Grande Luce Oro, it just depends. This one's going to reflect a ton of light because every link is mirrored, faceted and mirrored. So you're going to get major reflection of light, 5.34 grams in total gram weight. On your other one, you're going to get texture, which is going to bring character, but a little less light. So it's just kind of choosing what speaks to you. You could go ahead and comment shop 10, and if you wanted to comment shop 7 as well, you get the link for both, and you can look at the photos and see what speaks to you and what's really going to be your personality, right, when it comes to these chains. Because that's really what matters, is what is your personality? What is going to be something that showcases who you are and makes you feel good? So start price on this is $1,000. We're going to bring that down to $750. Y'all, this is the best price we've had so far in our gold jewelry today for a complete necklace. Like, this is not a little pendant chain. You could go out there for $750 and find a little gold pendant chain somewhere. This is a full-blown necklace chain. I mean, this is the look. You don't need anything else. Yes, Tony, that chain is the natural uplighting. Absolutely, right? I mean, it does. It's just kind of lighting up the space, adding light, reflecting light. Absolutely gorgeous. So $750 is going to be your price after the coupon code. 5 budget payments brings you to $150 on budget pay, y'all. That is such a great deal. $150 on your budget pay to get this home. Start enjoying it. Wow. What a beautiful layering piece too. I mean, you have this one on, and then imagine layering this with that longer rope that you might already own. Maybe you do have those classic pieces. Remember earlier I was saying, I feel like, you know, if you're starting your gold collection, a rope, you can never go wrong. Like, that's a really good starting place for your gold collection, is with a rope, because it's a timeless look. But maybe you already have that rope, and now you're like, ooh, let me get something a little more trendy, a little bit more fashion forward. This is a great price point to add to your collection. It's 10 karat gold, so again, you can live in this necklace. It's going to be so durable. You can eat, sleep, work out, go to work, all of it. You can do all of it in a chain like this. 5.34 grams, 20 inches. I love it, y'all. And it's Italian, right? Italians just do it better when it comes to gold. They just have it down. They got it right, and they keep on making incredible gold. And I think they know it. Well, I know they know it. They're like, yeah, we know our gold is the best. And you could definitely tell there's an element of confidence when you talk to Italian gold manufacturers in Italy. At the Vicenza Oro show, there were many gold manufacturers who were like, yeah, you can get it for cheaper, but is it Italian? Because they just know. They know that they do it best, and they're confident in that. And hey, confidence is key. All right, friends, $150 on your budget pay. This will be shop 10. Okay, shop 10 for our faceted mirror oval link. And then we've got a Palma. So this will be the smoothest chain of the show today, is your Palma. So I love the Palma because it's so fluid. Now this Palma is a little different. And I've seen this Palma before. I didn't realize this is the one we had. This is almost like a mixture between a box link and a Palma. So a lot of times Palmas are very rounded on the edges, right? So they're very rounded. This is actually like squared off edges. So that's where I'm kind of getting that combination between a box link and a Palma. Is you're having these squared off edges instead of it being like a cylinder, it's like a cube. Okay, so if you know a box chain, it's kind of like a box chain. And it's just got a beautiful display of light. And I love that it is flat. When you look at the box chain styling on this Palma, it allows for a flat surface to touch the neckline with that chain style. So 10 karat yellow gold. You do have a lobster claw closure here. It is going to sit at 22 inches. So completely unisex. Gentlemen can get in on this one as well as the ladies. Oh, wow. Look at the way that's giving off light, you guys. So this is 10 karat gold. But I would say when I put that on, I was almost like, it could almost look like 18 karat gold. It does have a really beautiful color tone to it. 10 karat gold on your Palma, sitting at 22 inches on the neckline. And you are getting 6.5 grams of gold. 6.5 grams of gold. So you're getting some nice gram weight. But this one is going to be really about the Palma styling. So it's a very fluid style. So if you want just a very fluid feel, a very fluid look, like I said, this Palma in particular, because it has the flattened off surfaces, instead of being like this, like a cylinder Palma, it's like a box, okay? It's like a square Palma. So it has a flat surface actually touching the skin, which is really, really nice. It changes the way a Palma feels on the neckline, but it doesn't change that fluidity, right? That movement that we get on a Palma. We only have 5 of these remaining in inventory. Now I'm going to slip this off because I want to show you that fluidness I mean. Look at that. Look at how fluid your Palma is. You can wrap this. It is so fluid. It's a link that I've just fallen in love with because of that fluid element to it. And the length on this is great. DJ, can we scroll to that review right quick? So we do have a 5-star rating on this one. We're going to take a peek at what customers like you out there are saying about this one. Linda said, I love it. Great weight. Looks good with anything. There we go. Linda's spot on. She's checking a lot of boxes with her Palma, right? It looks great. Great weight. And it goes with anything. So Linda's doing it right. Linda L is doing it right. She is wearing her gold chain every day. And that's how you should, you guys. If you are going to invest your money in a gold chain, and I know some of these prices, these are not easy breezy prices. These are prices you have to think about. So if you're going to spend money and have to really think on something, you want something that you're going to wear every day and that you can. And that's the great thing about a Palma is you actually can wear these every single day. And the fact that it's done in 10 karat yellow gold. That 10 karat gold is going to be so strong. Not to mention the Palma link itself. Look at that. It's such a compact link. The way everything is intertwined, right? And that creates that fluid movement too. It's almost like a basket weave, but it's very, very compact. So with that compact link, it makes for a really, really strong chain. So you are getting so much durability in a chain like this. And you're going to see that in pretty much everything. It's not like one of these chains is just going to snap in half, but there is something to be said about how strong the links of a Palma are and how interconnected they are because they're really, really close together. There's no seeing through a Palma because the links are so interconnected. So starting price on this was $14.70. We're going to add the coupon code, bringing you down to $1,102. And then you got 5 budget payments. So you're looking at $220 to get home your 22-inch Palma. Again, recapping that 6.5 grams of 10 karat yellow gold in your 22-inch Palma. And you're getting it home for $220 on budget pay. You will comment shop 11 for the Palma, shop 11 for your Palma chain. Let's see. What is Tony saying? I love Tony's comments because, Tony, you helped me do my job. Now this chain is an every person can wear kind of chain. Yes, Tony, you're so right. It really is. This is the chain for everybody. And at 22 inches, like the gentleman can absolutely rock the Palma. Anyone can rock the Palma. You can layer the Palma with shorter chains. And he said, by the way, I'm watching the network show at the same time, and they're selling a metal detector. That's funny. You know what? Tom mentioned that earlier in our show. He's like, I'm going to be back with a metal detector. I like your style, Tony. You're multitasking.
I thought about bringing that metal detector in here.
Well, we'd find a lot of metal. You'd be going off like crazy right around here with all this gold.
No, for the live stream sales.
Oh, to sell on the live stream. That's pretty fun. The metal detectors, y'all love our metal detectors. Tom brings in some really good ones, you guys. I thought you meant just into the room. I'm like, well, it's going to go off. As soon as you walk in, there's gold everywhere. Tony, that's the way everyone should be doing it, multitasking. You can watch the network on your TV or your laptop and then watch us on your smartphone or your tablet. Multitask, because we got different deals going on, right? They've got lifestyle over there. We've got gold jewelry over here. You can't go wrong either way, but you know, mix and match. When me and Sean were saying goodbye, he was like, I'll be back at 2. I'm like, I'll be back at 2 also on the live stream. So I like that Tony's doing both. Thank you, Tony. All right, you guys, we're going to get into a Milano chain next. And don't forget, we are doing our customer appreciation, and we have golden tickets. These are so fun, you guys. So the more you spend, the more you save. Between $50 and just under $199.99, you're going to get a $20 coupon. Between $100 and $499, you're going to get a $35 coupon. And then anything over $500, you are going to get a $150 coupon. This is good through the month of December. So you have a whole month to shop with these. We will send these to you in your package. So if you want to do any Christmas shopping, if you want to get some of those big items purchased, you've been waiting to buy like a chain, imagine getting a $150 coupon with your chain. That's an added bonus. You can't use it on your chain, but you get it for your next purchase. So ultimately, you're going to get that savings, right? So don't forget about those. And then, of course, make sure you are utilizing our coupon code LIVE, LIVE25. That's going to get you, pardon me, 25% off, okay? All right, now we're getting into the Milano. Okay, so the Milano chain, this is another 24-inch, so literally you can slip it right over the head, and it is on. So it does have a lobster claw closure, but you don't even have to worry about the closure because likely you're not ever messing with it. You're just going to slip it right over the head. Now, the Milano style chain, I've come to love the Milano style because it's like a rope chain, but with a twist. So we've taken a classic rope, and we've kind of zhuzhed it up a little bit. Okay, we made it a little bit fancy. So 3 millimeters here on your Milano style chain. We've seen on ropes, we've seen a 7, we've seen a 5, and then what was the other rope we had? We had a 7, a 5, and then I think it was a 3. I think it was a 3. Actually, that's what I'm going to layer this with in a minute here. If the length is right, and I think it will be. So yes. Milano chains are perfect for layering. You might be going, why is she saying that? Well, because Milano chains are perfect for layering with rope chains. So if you already have a rope chain that you love, Milano is your next chain because they go beautifully. They really accentuate one another. So this one will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. So with that, you know, you're getting durability, you're getting wearability. If you're gifting this to a gentleman in your life who is always bumping into things, I mean, I swear every time I move, like I have my guy friends help me, and it's like things always get nicked and damaged. And I think it's just because guys are a little bit rougher on things. 10 karat yellow gold is going to give you the durability. So if you are shopping for the gentleman and you think they need something a bit more durable, 10 karat gold, perfect. 5.98 grams. So we're getting some good gram weight there, nearly 6 grams of glorious gold. And then you have 24 inches on the neckline. So again, that is great because one, it makes it a completely unisex piece. The gentleman can absolutely get in on this Milano chain, but also it does give you the option to layer. And why I say that is because the Milano chain is a twist on the rope. So we take a classic rope chain, you can see there. But then between every 3 links, okay, is it 3 or is it 4? Let me double check. Between every 4 of your twists of your rope, there's 2 twists that it's almost like we put an iron on top and we flattened them out. So you have 3 classic twists and then you have 2 kind of elongated twists. And so it really is, it's like you kind of push 2 of those down and they go, and so that's why I love pairing this with a rope chain, because the base of this is a rope chain, right? The base is a rope chain, but we're taking some of those and kind of extending them and flattening them and straightening them. So you start with a rope. Now I'm going to grab this rope chain and layer it so that you can see what I mean. It's so cohesive, you guys, to have a rope layered next to Milano. It's like they're meant to be layered together because part of the Milano is a rope. So it gives you just beautiful, beautiful look on the neckline. They really are a perfect combination. It's like wearing a, pink and blue striped pant and then putting a pink top with it. Like it works because, well, part of this is this. So I don't know if that was the greatest analogy, but it works. This is a gorgeous chain. And I love the way it pairs with a rope chain. So I just think it's the logical next step if you are looking for something to add to your gold collection and you already have a really gorgeous rope chain. I would say the Milano is a perfect next step. It's the perfect next piece to add into your collection. So start price on this is going to be $13.40. Take our coupon code and we're actually bringing you down to $1,005. Okay, $1,005. And then you got 5 budget pays on top of that. So you're actually looking at $201 to get home your Milano chain. 3 millimeters. This is 3, this is 5. And kind of see some comparison there. But y'all, even if you were working with a thicker rope chain to layer, it still looks great. Like it doesn't take away. And then even if we wanted to go thinner, I didn't grab the thinner one just because it was the same length. And so I wouldn't have layered up as perfectly. But you could, let me see here. You could go with the same exact thickness. This is a 3 millimeter rope, you guys. I didn't originally grab it because it's the same length, but I'm just going to kind of alter it. So there you go. Look at that. It looks like it's a one necklace. Like it looks like these are already combined and this was just the look from the beginning, right? Is to have these 2 as one. So this is the perfect combo for your rope chains. We have 4 remaining in the Milano. And that's a great question. Where did all these gold chains get their names? Well, I think majority of these, like the Milano, these came from the Italian gold designers. And obviously the rope is because it's reminiscent of a rope. But they came from the Italian gold designers. And obviously Milan is a fashion hub in Italy. And so it would come from our gold artisans. Italian gold artisans. Right, y'all, that is shop 12. Okay, next up we have, are y'all ready? I'm so excited. I was telling y'all about this from the beginning of the show. One of the final pieces from our Mirage collection. This is going to be your Mirage collection cross. And this one actually comes with the chain included. So we have been doing the Mirage collection. We actually did the Mirage collection in gemstone pieces as well. So you saw the Mirage collection as the setting for a lot of different gemstone pieces, rings, pendants. And the Mirage collection essentially uses negative space to create almost this like mesh design. So there's this open space, and we call it negative space, but I kind of like to call it like open space because it really just allows light to shine through. So nothing negative about negative space. It allows light to shine through your gold. Now your Mirage cross is going to come with a 20-inch chain included, and you got your spring ring. Okay, there that is on the neckline, y'all. So I've been in love with our Mirage collection for a while. I just find it to be so articulated, so beautifully done, so delicate, but yet it's not. So this is done in 10 karat yellow gold. So it has this very delicate look. Actually, we had a Passport to Turkey show on earlier. And I would say the Mirage collection kind of reminds me of some of those Passport to Turkey pieces. Very, very intricate, right? Very, very intricate, very stylized. So you are going to get the chain included. That is a really nice bonus. It's a 20-inch 10 karat gold chain. It's 1.4 grams. So here's the thing. This is not a piece that we're worrying about gram weight. This is a piece we're worrying about character. Character, style, craftsmanship. We're not looking at it going, ooh, is it, how many grams does that cross? I just mentioned it's got that open space, but all of these open spaces, you guys, allow so much light to flow through that cross. And I find it so beautiful. I think the cross in particular from the Mirage collection, because when we think of the cross, we do think of for anyone who relies on their faith, they think of the cross as like a source of light, a source of comfort. And so when you allow the light to enter through that cross, it's beautiful on the neckline, but it's also a beautiful representation of what the cross can mean in your life, right? A source of hope, a source of light. Like where there is light, there cannot be darkness. And so I think this is a beautiful embodiment of that in the Mirage styling on that cross, right? I mean, we get so many different crosses that are stunning here at Shop LC, but there's just something about the fact that we let the light move and flow beautifully through this cross that is so special. So starting price on this is $12.60. Remember, chain's included, so you're not having to pay that separately out of pocket. And then we're going down to $9.45. So under $1,000, you guys. You're getting the cross. You're getting the chain. That's a really great deal for under $1,000. And then 5 budget payments. You're paying $189 to get home the complete look, ready to wear, ready to gift. If you're gifting this holiday season, you want to gift someone a cross, this is going to be a beautiful gift. If you know someone in your life who's going to have, and I know most fall baptisms are done, but spring baptisms or like a first communion, there are so many possibilities of how you could gift this to someone, or just that perfect holiday gift, honestly, or that treat to yourself, right? Maybe you've been on a spiritual journey, you've been on a journey with Jesus, and you want something to represent that period in time. This would be a really beautiful gift to yourself to represent that period of time and that connection. All right, friends, $189 on budget pay. This one will be Shop 13. Okay, Shop 13 for our Mirage Collection Cross. And in the photos, it presents a little bit flat, but this is completely three-dimensional. There you go. All right, you guys, next up, we're going to have the Piccolo Specchio Rollo. Yes, I know y'all are going to go, well, where'd that name come from? It's the Italians, y'all. That's all I can say. It's the Italians, okay? So this is going to be, it's a Rollo chain, but it's got the hammered texture, okay? So it's going to sit at 18 inches on the neckline. You have a really nice large lobster claw. Look at that. It's almost a rounded lobster claw, so it's going to be kind of cohesive with the Rollo styling. Instead of being kind of more elongated and vertical, it's going to be a little bit more cohesive with the overall look of your chain. 10 karat yellow gold, 7.3 grams of gold in this chain, and it is going to sit at 18 inches on the neckline. So let me slip this on real quick. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at the glisten and glimmer on this Rollo chain. Now, this is Italian, okay? So artisan crafted in Italy. And this one is going to be 7.3 grams, 10 karat gold. But that surface area, it's that incredible surface area, the hammered texture, all of that allows so much light to reflect from this chain, the Piccolo Specchio Rollo. So this again is going to be more fashion forward. And I'll show you this in comparison. We had the, what did I do with that? Okay. Here is the mirrored oval link. So you kind of see these are a little bit more elongated. They're flat, they're mirrored. This is textured and hammered. So this kind of is a little bit more reminiscent. And if you're wanting to compare these two also, we had earlier the Grand Luce Oro. Very similar texture that it's hammered. These will be oval links. This one, the Piccolo Specie Rollo, these will be round links. So if you want oval, you will comment shop 7. If you're looking for oval links, you will be commenting shop 14 for the Piccolo Specie Rollo. But that would just be your round hammered link versus your oval hammered link. Okay? Both of them are gorgeous. It's just personal preference. I'm just loving the way the light is like reflecting and dancing as I move. And I'm catching glimpses of it as I look into the monitor. I'm like, ooh, okay, look at that little glimmer, that little glisten right there. Now this does have a 5-star rating. So we're going to take a quick peek at that review, get to the pricing, and then we will get to our final piece of the day. So we are looking at Christopher P. He wrote 5 stars. Great chain, well built. And that's 18 inches. So I don't know if Christopher has a more petite neck and he's wearing an 18 inch or if he gifted this to someone in his life, but he's so right. I mean, this is a great chain. It's a quality chain, and you'll know when you feel it. Like, we can feel quality, right? We can feel when something is flimsy. This is a quality chain. So we're starting at $17.40 on that one. We're getting down to $13.05 with 5 budget payments, bringing you to $261. Okay, $261 in total there on that chain. Not in total on budget pay. Your total price is $13.05. $13.05, $261 on budget pay for that one. And now we'll bring you your final piece of the show, you guys. We have a Cuban. Remember earlier I was saying how the Palma, I like how it sits flat to the neck, and that's what I always gravitate towards with a Cuban, is how flat. So you see those Cuban links completely flat and smooth. Going to sit flat on the neckline. This is a 3.5 millimeter Cuban, done in 14 karat yellow gold. Y'all, this is the first Cuban, or not, well, it's the first Cuban, and it's the first 14 karat yellow gold piece we've had of the day. So 14 karat gold is very special because 14 karat gold, you're getting the best of both worlds. It is over 50% pure gold, so you're getting nice gold purity, but you're also getting incredible durability. You're checking 2 boxes, purity and durability. So if you want the best of both worlds, this is an awesome chain for you. It will sit at 22 inches. Okay, 22 inches on the neckline. So it is a unisex piece. The gentlemen can get in on this one. The ladies can get in on this one. 5.3 grams of gold. So when we're looking at the price on this one, I want to note, yes, it's a little bit less gram weight, but you have to consider you're looking at more gold purity. So those things all factor into the price, okay? 3.5 millimeters on the neckline. So this is an easy to wear it on its own. You don't need a pendant. This is a fill in the neck space necklace. It is a gold necklace done in that Cuban link. And it just, again, it checks a lot of boxes. And when you're looking at gold jewelry, you want pieces that check a lot of boxes, right? You want the right gram weight, the right thickness, the right length. There's a lot of questions to ask yourself when you're buying your gold jewelry. So I know we've seen a lot today, and it's really going to come down to what works for you. You know, what piece fits into your fashion sense, your, you know, the way you dress, the necklines you wear. Are you harder on your jewelry? Do you want the gold purity? There's so many different things to factor in, but I can guarantee you there's a gold chain here for everyone out there. There's something in this lineup today. Whether it's the Cuban, whether it's a rope, whether it's a thicker rope or a thinner rope, whether it's the 22 karat gold rope, there's something for you in this show today. So price point on this, we were starting at $1,600. We are bringing you down to $1,200 okay, $1,200. And then we do 5 budget payments, bringing you to $240. Now, if you go to the website, you're going to see it says that the product is currently sold out. Well, we do have only one in inventory. So there's a chance that the website is saying sold out because we have it here on the show. So my best recommendation would be call the personal shoppers and let them know the item number, and they can place the order for you. But do that quickly, because with only one in quantity, you're not going to have too much of an opportunity. 888-835-2237. That will be the number you call to place your order on your rope chain. Isaac, yes, I will absolutely wish Hunter a happy birthday. I don't know that I'm going to see him. Well, I will see him. I'll see him in passing. He'll be coming off at 2, and I'll be going on at 2. So I will let him know you said happy birthday when I pass by. I was going to try to make it to his birthday dinner, but there is no way, you guys. I need to get in bed and rest for a little bit because my mouth is killing me. So that will be the final chain of the day. That's a good one. Miss Pat said, love the ice chain. Yes, the ice chain is gorgeous. We didn't have an ice chain on today's show, but if y'all are interested in the ice chains, definitely take a peek at those on the website. We've got those in silver with gold over, and we also have them in straight up gold. That's a great idea, Isaac. Write them on Facebook as well. Everybody go wish our Hurricane Hunter, a happy birthday. He is worthy of celebrating. He's a great friend. And what you see is really what you get. So if y'all love Hunter on air, believe me, he is exactly like that in real life. He is always there for the people that he cares about. So I will actually take that advice, Isaac, Advil and a Dr. Pepper. I'll probably just do some Advil and water and then hopefully fall asleep for a bit. But y'all have a blessed rest of your Thursday. It is Friday Eve, so tomorrow have a good Friday. Enjoy your day. I will see you back. I forget which day it is next week. It's Monday or Tuesday. Here with you guys on the live stream. So have a great day, you guys. Thank you for shopping with me, and shop some gold while you can, because gold prices continue to soar. You don't want to miss those great deals. All right, friends. Love you guys.